Hey guys, it's your boy Corey Pierce 100 and welcome to my Monday Night Raw results. Last night's Raw was a very good one. Yeah, a lot of strange shocks, a lot of interesting twists, some good promos, and a lot of good matches. So, let's just jump straight in. The first Monday Night Raw started off with a rematch from Friday Night SmackDown. It was another 2-on-1 handicap match between Team Celtic Vipers, or Randy Orton and Sheamus, against the world's largest athlete, The Big Show. And Orton and Sheamus got the victory. Some great teamwork on their part. They did very well to team working together. They worked together absolutely brilliantly. And it was It was a great match. It was a very good match in truth, and it was very well done. And not real much more to talk about. Next thing happened was a promo for an interview with 3MB, where they said they would go out and call out the Shield, which they actually did. Funnily enough, the Shield didn't come out. They didn't get exactly what they wanted. They got a destructive force, but they got the pain. Yes, they got Brock Lesnar making his first appearance since his loss to Triple H at WrestleMania 29. Lesnar came out, he absolutely destroyed 3MB, hitting 3 F5s. He may have broken Slater's legs. And after that, Paul Heyman, Brock Lesnar, true Paul Heyman, issued a challenge to Triple H to settle their rivalry at Extreme Rules in a steel cage match. Wow, that was very interesting, to say the least. I love the fact that he kicked the shit out of 3MB, because they're so annoying. And I would love to see that match again. It was a brilliant match at WrestleMania. We have to see that match again. That's a must. I mean, and we all know Triple H is going to accept that. I think Triple H was... It depends on, will Triple H be 100% by Extreme Rules. Of course, Extreme Rules is not until next month. It's not until May. It's not in April, it's in May. So, Triple H should at least be close to 100%, if not 100% by that time. Steel cage means no interference from Paul Heyman. Unfortunately, it means there's no point in Shawn Michaels being around. Although I don't think he'll show up because, it's not WrestleMania. Shawn only seems to show up whenever he damn well feels like it. But I would love to see this match again. Steel cage, is that the match for this? I don't know. They could probably make it a bit better. Steel cage seems very bland. Steel cage doesn't really scream, alright, this is the end. The next match was a United States Championship match between. Sorry about that. Between Antonio Cesaro versus Kofi Kingston. If you remember, if you saw Friday Night SmackDown, you saw that Kofi beat Antonio Cesaro in a non-title match. So Kofi got a title match on Raw, and we have a brand new United States champion. Kofi Kingston won the title with Trouble in Paradise. Thank God. I was getting so sick of Antonio Cesaro. Now hopefully he'll be released from WWE, so we can just forget about him, because he's so annoying, and plus it was just pointless. But yeah, we have a new U.S. champion, and it was a very good match. The next thing that happened was Dolph Ziggler came out with, of course, Big E, Langston, and AJ. And Dolph was talking about winning the World Heavyweight Championship the previous week on Raw. When he was interrupted by former World Heavyweight Champion Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio obviously still in pain from last week when not Ziggler, it was Swagger who injured the knee and the ankle of Alberto Del Rio, allowing Ziggler to cash in and win the title last week. And last night, Del Rio came out. He said he wants his rematch. Ziggler, all credit to Ziggler. Ziggler was saying you should probably wait till you're 100%. Del Rio said no, I wanted it now. And Ricky Guerrero came out and made the match. So well, it is up to Del Rio when he gets his rematch, but I personally agree with Ziggler. I think he should have waited till he was 100%. But before the match could even start, here comes Mr. We the People and his founding father, as Michael Cole likes to say. Here comes Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. And before the match gets even underway, Del Rio is attacked by Swagger and injured again. And the match never actually took place, so obviously Del Rio still has a rematch. There was no match, therefore there was no rematch. I'll get back to that subject in just a little bit when it does come up again, because it does come up again in a bit in the show. But the next part of the show was, I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, it was a tag team title match. It was it wasn't for the tag team title. It was my mistake. It was a non-title match, including the tag team champions. It was a Team Hell No against the Primetime Players. I mean, can they put these guys against any other team? Seriously. And there was a big 6-man tag team match announced for next week's Raw, which is going to be from the UK and England and London. And I'll get to that more in a second. Team Hell No, they looked good. They were actually on the same page. Let's remember back. At the start they couldn't get along. Now they're getting along fine. They've gone from the most dysfunctional tag team champions to probably maybe one of the maybe the greatest tag team champions in a very long time. And, the tag team, so yeah, Team El No got the victory. Very well done. If they keep this great tag team work up, they'll be tag team champions for even longer than they already are. They've been champions for almost half a year now. They won them. Was it Night of Champions? They won them. I can't remember. I think it was Night of Champions. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I no idea. Anyway, onto the 6-man tag team match, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure I am watching next week's Monday Night Raw, because this is probably the biggest 6-man tag team match in the history of Monday Night Raw. It will be The Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns against Team Hell No and The Undertaker. Yes, you heard me right. For the first time in almost 5 years, actually longer than that, The Undertaker will be in action on an actual show. He won't be just showing up on WrestleMania to compete once and then disappear. He's actually going to be in action next week. For the first time in years. I can't even remember the last time he was in an actual match that was not at WrestleMania. That tells you how long it's been. Maybe this is going to be good. I hope this is good, because I want The Undertaker to stay around a bit longer, because maybe then he can have another go at maybe try and win the World Heavyweight Championship and have another run at it, because everyone's saying that his career is coming to an end, and he's not really, The Undertaker probably could go on wrestling for another 20 odd years and still probably be undefeated at WrestleMania. He could probably do a Ric Flair and do a fucking 60-year career. Ric Flair had to retire eventually, and unfortunately, as unfortunate as it is, The Undertaker does have to retire at some point as well. But it would be great to see him get one more title reign, if not 2 more title reigns, if he can't fit in 2 more title reigns. Although, he'd have to end one first. So, that is, without a doubt, gonna be a very good 6-man tag team match. And, the next match was a non-title match between R-Truth and Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett. R-Truth got the win with the, move, or what does he call it? The lie detector? Is it the lie detector, or is it called Little Jimmy now? I think he might have changed it to Little Jimmy. It was called the lie detector, where he jumps up and grabs him like that and does like it. I don't know. If you watch WWE, you know what move I'm trying to tell you about. But yeah, he beat him. He beat Wade Barrett, and on a main event tomorrow night, there's a Battle Royal for like the number 1 contendership to the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know what happened to The Miz. Isn't he supposed to get a title match? He is the former champion. Maybe that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna have Miz win the Battle Royal. Or maybe R-Truth will win the Battle Royal with this victory. He's easily in the Intercontinental picture At least, definitely. Yeah, at least I would think so. I don't know what the WWE's trying to do with the Intercontinental title. It's going back and forth like nobody's business. Ever since WrestleMania. It's changed hands 3 times. Or 2 times. Is it 2 times? Wait, Miz won it, then Barrett went back. Then, no, it's been two. No, it's 2 times. My mistake. Next match was a tag team match. Team Rose Scholars against Santino Marella and the Great Khali. Team Rose Scholars got the victory. This was a very, very, very bad match. It wasn't too good. I didn't really watch it. All I know is the Team Rose Scholars got the victory. And then Fandango had a promo. I missed that. I don't know what happened, but I assume he tried to get someone to pronounce his name. During Raw, assistant to, or I don't know what he is to Booker T. He's gonna get fired if he doesn't stop. I mean, Tay Long is acting like he's still a GM because seriously, he went into Vicky Guerrero's office as Vicky and Brad Maddox were talking about what they were gonna do about the match because it was the doctors made it clear that Del Rio couldn't compete thanks to what Jack Swagger did. But then Tay Long came in and said, here's what's going to happen. Swagger's going to face Dolph Ziggler in a non-title match, and if Swagger wins, he'll become the #1 contender. Swagger and Ziggler had a match, but and Swagger won. After the match, Swagger was attacked by Del Rio, and he got Del Rio locked in the cross arm breaker right up on top of the stage. Swagger was like down the stage with his arm up, and Del Rio was on top of the stage with the cross arm breaker locked in, and you heard the commentator say that could dislocate Swagger's shoulder. Obviously, Del Rio a bit angry that the Swagger tried to cost Del Rio his rematch, but Booker T made a very good decision. I knew this would happen. He made the world title. The next world title match will be a triple threat match. It'll be Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and Alberto Del Rio triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship. I don't think he was made that for Friday. I guess that's gonna be at Extreme Rules. I would assume it's gonna be at Extreme Rules because give Del Rio a chance to recover from his injuries dished out to him by Jack Swagger over the past number of weeks. And the next thing was a promo with CM Punk and Paul Heyman. Punk was obviously he had just barely begun to speak about his loss to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. But he stopped mid-sentence. He looked around as if to say, I can't do this. And he kind of like an apologetic, like he's saying, I'm sorry, I can't do this. He hugged Paul Heyman, gave him the mic, and he walked out. He walked up the stage, went off to the side, and out under them big things at the side there where you guys know where Del Rio used to bring in his cars. It's the best place that's the best way I could describe it. He just went, he walked away, he was speechless. I've never seen CM Punk like that. I don't know what's gonna happen. Is this the storyline? There was some rumors that he's gonna take some time off because he was very active as the WWE champion. And he got no time off because he was champion the whole year. Actually, longer than a whole year. What was it? 334 days? Was it? Is that right? Sounds right. I'm sure CM Punk fans will correct me in the comment section below if I did get it wrong. But yeah, Punk stunned, silent, and not a whole lot. Barely spoke. Even Paul Heyman was like, what's going on here? You could see the look of confusion and a bit of a concerned look as well on the face of Paul Heyman. Clearly, CM Punk not exactly in a talking mood. Next match was a Divas match. It was Nikki Bella versus the Divas champion Kaitlyn in a non-title match. I didn't see this match either, but my friend told me earlier that the Bellas won via twin magic. So actually, Brie got the victory, but it's credited to Nikki. But yeah, twin magic works again, like it always does. And the final, that was the main event. What the hell? That was the main event. That was the main event Raw, and they're wondering why their ratings are down. The end of Raw was John Cena calling out Ryback. Earlier in the show, Ryback had a promo where he was on the Titantron and talking to John Cena in the WWE Universe. Basically, he was blaming John Cena for the fact that that the Shield attacked him and that he didn't beat CM Punk. It was 3 or 4 times he had Punk beat, and the Shield came and said, no, that ain't happening because we're paid off by Paul Heyman. And we got caught red-handed. As if the Shield could give a rat's you-know-what. Speaking of the Shield, during this John Cena's confrontation with Ryback, the Shield interrupted and they came down, they started beating down John Cena. And Ryback just walked away and said, I'm not helping you, you never helped me. I'm sorry, but I looked at Ryback and I thought, did he pay the Shield? I was thinking, did he pay the Shield to beat up John Cena? Because it's very clear that Ryback is a heel. If you did not see last week's Raw or this week's Raw, Ryback is definitely a heel. Some people didn't believe it at first. I didn't believe it at first. I thought that was just like, I didn't think that was a full frontal heel turn, but I was definitely proved wrong because he did in fact turn heel, because normally he would have gone down and helped him. But the Shield kind of looked at Ryback because the fans were chanting to the Shield to powerbomb Cena one more time because they hit him with the triple powerbomb like they do everyone else, and then that they attack. And the fans were chanting one more time. They were trying to get the Shield to do it again. They actually tried to get Brock Lesnar to F5 Heath Slayer one more time as well. And, he was almost going to do it and all, but Paul Heyman pulled him away. And the Shield were looking at Ryback saying, should we? And Ryback just walked away, and that was the end of Raw. So, I guess they didn't do it a second time. Yeah. So, oh, and during Raw, I almost forgot this, but Sheamus had an interview near the end of Raw. He was just about to talk with Matt Striker when he was attacked again by the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, and Mark Henry just ran him through the backstage area, and then Mark Henry said again he had to re-emphasize that that's what I do. That's what he does. Okay, we'll make sure to note that you attack people when they're not prepared. A match was made for Friday Night SmackDown, and this is gonna be the worst. This is the worst tag team match ever. Whoever came up with this should be fired. But I'm telling you this: Sheamus and Randy Orton are a tag team because they've teamed it before. They're in a tag team match on Friday Night SmackDown against Big Show and Mark Henry. That team's gonna implode faster than the team of Randy Orton, Sheamus, and Big Show did. Big Show and Mark Henry won't get along. Big Show and Mark Henry were fighting over the World Championship only there last year, the year before. Big Show injured Mark Henry, and Mark Henry injured Big Show. Big Show's in Mark Henry's Hall of Pain. How the hell is that gonna work? If Big Show and Mark Henry can put that beside them and freaking work together, I will be very, very impressed. And also during Raw, The Rock updated us on his injury. That he said he was back in the gym, he was working away. He that he was getting better, healing up the injury that he suffered against John Cena at WrestleMania 29. So, will The Rock be ready to go for Extreme Rules, or whenever he's having his rematch? Probably Extreme Rules. And yeah, Raw was incredible. The fans weren't as raw seeing as they were last week. Unfortunately, as unfortunate as that was. If only there could be more Raws like the Raw last week. That would be awesome. But overall, Raw was very good. And if you did not see it, I do recommend you going and watching it. If I find it, I'll leave the link in the thing down below, in the description down below. If you have any comments on what I've said or what you thought of Raw, do leave in the comment section below that your opinion. Please voice your opinion. I do want to hear it. And yeah, overall Raw was good and worth watching. Mostly worth watching, definitely. And a lot of questions to be answered next week on Raw, live from London. And I'll be right here, back here next week, giving you the results of that. But I will see you all next time for my next video. Until then, this has been your boy Corey Pierce 100. Please like, subscribe, and peace.